Two ultra-smart AIs both making waves in 2025. One classic, one rising star. Which one really delivers? On the left, ChatGPT, the versatile AI jack of all trades. And on the right, Claude, the deep reasoning AI specialist. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. All right. Before we get started, here's a quick mind map of everything we're comparing today. Pricing, context window, coding capabilities, writing and content, multimodal features, integration and plugins, best use cases, safety and accuracy, and the latest models. It's a lot, so let's jump into it. Okay, first up, pricing. ChatGPT comes with a free tier, which is always nice. And honestly, just having access to GPT-5 at no cost is kind of wild. If you want more, ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month. And the API pricing is lower compared to a lot of competitors. But yeah, those free plans do have limits. And if you're running a business, enterprise tiers can get pretty steep. Claude, on the other hand, pretty much matches ChatGPT here. There's a free version. Claude Pro is also $20 a month. So, yep, same price. But it's got stricter usage limits, and API access can get pricey fast if you need scale. So, if you're just dabbling, both are solid options. For pricing, honestly, it's pretty much neck and neck. Moving on to context window, and this is where things start to get interesting. ChatGPT lets you work with up to 128,000 tokens on most models. That's enough for a lot of use cases, like regular chats or drafting up documents. But if you really want to get serious with massive data, you'll kinda hit a ceiling. Now, here's the cool part. Claude's context window is huge. We're talking 200,000 token standard and a mind-blowing 500,000 on enterprise plans. That's ridiculous. For document analysis, it's unbeatable. Of course, not everyone needs that much space, but if you do, Claude is the clear winner. All right, let's talk coding capabilities. ChatGPT has been my go-to for coding tasks for ages. It's good for general stuff. Snippets, quick fixes, custom GPTs for specialized things, and it covers so many languages. That said, sometimes you get buggy code or the debugging isn't all that sharp. Claude, though, Claude is a beast when it comes to code. You get crazy accurate results, real-time feedback with these things called artifacts, and it's super fast, even with big projects. Debugging is seriously next level. Claude is the winner here. Just don't expect fancy image visualizations inside your code, because that's not its thing yet. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Claude can handle up to 500,000 tokens if you're an enterprise user? That's literally like loading 5 novels into one chat. Pretty wild, right? Let's move on to writing and content. ChatGPT shines with fast, creative answers. Great for brainstorming, and it can switch up its tone on the fly. But sometimes the writing feels a bit robotic, or you get repetition in long-form stuff. Claude, meanwhile, is just wow. Its writing style is way more natural. If you're into deep analyses or need consistency, Claude nails it. Want to write an essay, article, or a detailed report? It feels almost human. It's a tad slower, but for quality, that trade-off is worth it. So yeah, Claude comes out ahead when writing gets serious. Okay, multimodal features. This is where ChatGPT kind of flexes. It's like the Swiss Army knife. You can use text, images, voice, and even video. Native image generation? Check. Real-time voice chats? Yep, plus it's got built-in web search. Only thing is, all these features mean it can sometimes be a resource hog. Claude has stepped up with web search and can read static images now, so it's not totally left in the dust. But there's no native image generation and still no voice options. It's, well, honestly, pretty limited when you're looking for multimodal magic. So for this category, ChatGPT is the clear winner. Let's talk integrations and plugins. ChatGPT has this massive custom GPT marketplace. Tons of plugins, and it slots right into Microsoft Office and a bunch of third-party apps. Sometimes it's almost too much to sift through, but you never feel boxed in. Claude integrates through AWS Bedrock and Google Cloud Vertex. Plus, there's GitHub Copilot for coders. But overall, there's fewer third-party connections, and yeah, the plugin ecosystem is not as vast. So in terms of how well it plays with others, ChatGPT easily takes the win. Best use cases. Here we go. ChatGPT is your all-rounder. general tasks, creative projects, image generation, quick info searches, and automating routines. If you want one tool to do most things pretty well, here it is. Claude, though, is like that kid in class with laser focus. Crazy good at complex analysis, pro-level writing, coding big projects, reviewing huge docs, and deep reasoning. Lots of firepower if you need to go deep, but kind of overkill for just asking, what's the weather in Paris? Honestly, I'd call this one a tie because it really depends on your workflow. All right, now for safety and accuracy. ChatGPT has RLHF training, regular updates, and this huge knowledge base. All great, but it can hallucinate and sometimes spit out factual errors, especially if prompts are vague. You definitely want to double-check. Claude goes with this thing called constitutional AI, so its answers are more consistent, safer, and the training data is curated hardcore. Plus, there's enterprise-grade privacy. If you need accuracy and want to keep things tight, Claude is honestly the winner here. Last, let's look at latest models and how cutting-edge each one is. ChatGPT's rocking GPT-5 as of August 2025. But GPT-4o is still around if you need it. Super cutting-edge. But heads up, knowledge cutoff is October 2023, so it might miss out on the newest stuff. Claude's got Sonnet 4.5 and Opus 4.1, with a knowledge base up to March 2025. So, a bit more current if you care about fresh info. Both update models fast, which can be confusing to keep track of, honestly. For latest models, it's a tie. All right, let's take a look at how these two stack up across all the categories. You'll see ChatGPT crushes multimodal features and integrations, while Claude absolutely dominates context window, writing, coding, and safety. There's a little overlap, but both bring something unique to the table. So, what do I actually think? If you want one AI that does pretty much everything, ChatGPT is still my pick, especially for those multimodal features and general flexibility. But for deep dives, whether it's heavy analysis, professional writing, or coding projects, Claude totally shines. Use ChatGPT for breadth, Claude for depth. Actually, why not both? Ready to supercharge your productivity? Honestly, try both and see which AI fits your workflow. You'll know pretty fast which one's the keeper.